recording? Are we
Are we
recording?
recording? We are
Are we
recording.
recording? It is okay. Well, hello, brunch breakers. We have, oh my God, a brunch breaker on, and her name is Dee. And I'm
Hey,
so excited.
Hi, how are you guys?
We are great. This is the first time we have a caller brunch breaker.
Yes.
So thank you for testing it out with us.
You're
Exactly.
very welcome. Happy to be here.
Yes. We are talking today about tourism while Black.
Yes.
Traveling. Us people of color traveling outside of the United States, other than Florida and Myrtle Beach.
Listen.
Yes.
Listen. What and especially with tourism during COVID.
Yes.
Because it's like working in the tourism industry. Like, how did that impact like your plans, and what changes did you have to make to adjust to people being like, actually, no, we don't want you to come here. We want you to stay at home.
Well, COVID has changed the tourism world a lot because a lot of people wanted to travel, and then COVID happened and everything had to be either rescheduled, canceled, and so forth. And then there was restrictions because certain countries were like, we don't want the people from the USA entering our country right now. We're putting it on hold. So it was a change in terms of being even accepted into certain countries, and also being able to convince clients that at one point or some point we will be able to resume traveling again. So definitely it has impacted the tourism, but thankfully now things are starting to pick back up.
Yes.
No, that's fantastic. Are you finding that people are still like kind of afraid, or are people like, give us free? Let us be in the streets, please.
So it's so funny because people are like, some people are like, you know what? I would like to go back and live life the way I used to live life. And I want to get back to traveling. So book me on anything right now. Whatever's available, I want to get on a plane and go away. And then there's other people that are like, I'm not too sure because I checked on this country and it's at a level 4. And then they don't know too much what gets you to a level 4. So I'm like, anytime you're over 100 cases, you're going to be at level 4. You can get to that very quick. Or, depends on what's going on in that particular country. So there's still some people that have.
Did you just say over 100 cases put you at a level 4?
Yeah, there's a formula to it based on your population, and then if there's over a certain amount of cases, then you'll get to level 4, and the 4 is like the highest, from 1 to 4.
That kind of makes sense because some of these like countries, their little islands are small too. So the capacity is not that as big as United States. So that kind of makes sense.
Yeah, so your population determines what level you're getting on based on the number of cases. And then some people get, they get a little concerned about stuff like that, which by all means, everyone should be concerned. It's everyone's safety that they're putting on the line. But I have clients that will say, I'm ready to travel right now. And there's others that will say, I'm ready to do this maybe in a couple of weeks or in a couple of months. So
people are like, send me somewhere yesterday.
Yeah, like put me on a plane right now. Just book me. I'm ready to go. Whatever, like tell me what's going on, what deals you can get for me. And, so it's all based on the client perspective, what they prefer and what they're ready to do at this point.
Makes sense. And should they be vaccinated? Is most of the countries are saying they have to be vaccinated?
I haven't gotten a country that only accepts vaccination. At some point, I don't know if they're going to move in that direction, but I do definitely know that there's countries just such as Greece that would say you would be able to come in if you actually are fully vaccinated, not just one dose, fully vaccinated, meaning you have completed both rounds, or a PCR, not an antigen. Antigen is more the rapid version of it, but the PCR is the more detailed version. So they'll accept either or.
Okay, good. Oh my, it's a lot of info.
Yes.
But I'm itching. I'm itching to get away. Sheesh.
Where you going, Fab? Where you going?
Well, to let the brunch breakers out there know, Dee is one of my travel advisors.
That's right.
Yes. And we're going to be going on a few trips. What is it? What's the next one? Your special one.
Yes.
Rome.
Oh, wow.
Looking forward to that. Yes.
We're also going to Greece and Dubai. So I have it. Yeah, we're all set. And Dee is one of the best. Your company name? Katie Global, correct?
It's Katie Global.
Katie Global. See, I wanted to say it correctly because I'm bad. It's early in the morning. Sorry.
No
Just having
problem.
my coffee. And what I wanted to ask you is what made you want to be a travel advisor, a luxury travel advisor at that? Because I'm going to tell everybody out there, we're going to put all your information on here that Dee is one of the best of organizing, getting things together, getting wonderful rates, getting dope hotels, you
But
know?
also traveling with people who look like you
Yes. It's
to places where people may not always see people who look like you.
exactly, and the experience. So what made you want to get into this?
So I've always had a passion for traveling, and I myself was traveling around the world at a very young age. And I always wanted to also make sure that I traveled in a way that was comfortable. So I'm going away and I don't want to just go away and be uncomfortable. So what that entailed was that I need to be at a certain standard in terms of what the amenities that the hotel or the resort is providing. So the bedding had to be comfortable, the style, the room, where it sets, all those different things. I realized that I had a preference, and the preference to me equated to luxury travel. Luxury travel meaning that I want to travel and feel like I'm going somewhere, not just going somewhere and then thinking like, oh, it's not a big difference from where I'm customary going to. So in that way, it allowed me to say there's an expectation that I'm gonna set. Um, Also, I'm looking for certain things within the properties that I'm going to be vacationing to actually offer those amenities. And I started looking at this and I said, you know what? Why not allow other people like that look just like myself do the
Mhm.
same thing in a way that they can also afford it. So the way I try to do things is I try to put together trips, whether they're individually or on a group basis, and I try to allow people the opportunity to plan ahead. Plan ahead means they can plan like 10 months in advance, a year in advance.
And that is
There's no
so,
time frame.
oh my
There's
God,
no
so
time
They're
frame.
like,
economical.
don't
That's so
have coffee
economical.
and you can have grease.
Yes,
Right. Or not only that,
yes.
plan ahead meaning that we can, if you know that next year you want to be in Europe, let's do this now. Put down a small deposit,
Mhm.
pay a pay little by little, so that now the budget seems a little more affordable. So you're
Yeah.
able to go to all these different places.
Mhm.
I negotiate the best way that I can with all the properties to see how I can get my clients and my group the best rates. So that's
Mhm.
another plus. So I do that on the back end so that everyone is able to travel, afford the places that we're going to, and also being able to pay little by little over time so that it's not too much of a financial,
Yeah.
Because
constraint on
10 months,
people.
by the time you get there, you forgot
Yeah, you
how
kind of
much you paid
forget.
Yeah,
for it.
Exactly.
you
Because it could be
forgot.
scary too. It could be scary when you see the amount and people, a lot of people of color, and I know years ago, that was one of my stopping points, like, oh, do I have enough for this? Or, oh my God, that airline ticket is so much, or can I do it?
Right.
You don't know where people are financially. Some people have it like that.
No.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
That's
And
great.
then if you're booking individually versus like a group, you do have to pay upfront the entire fare. So some people don't have that option at that time. So when you do like these different bookings, or we're able to customize a package that gives you time to pay little by little, it's a little more, affordable. It's a little more attractive to clients. So we at Katie Global always strive to make sure that our clients get the best level of service, their vacation in the way that they foresee it. So my style of vacationing could be very different from yours. So it's customized to your liking, your preferences. And also we work with our clients so that things
Yes,
could
you
be a
do.
little more affordable, and it's all like Monifa said, it's pretty much anything that we can do from
Fab.
start to
Fab.
bottom.
D, it's fab.
Oh,
She's like,
sorry.
ma'am, I print travel documents.
Okay.
Your government
She
name
knows my
is so
government. She
we can
got my
get in this
government.
country.
We'll act. Don't worry. Don't worry.
So I'll go back to what I was saying. I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
Okay.
We do it
So
all the time. All the time.
okay. So Fab, as I was saying, we pretty much customize everything to meet the client goals and whatever they want. So if they want to travel in a certain way, luxury, 5 star, if they don't want to, we don't just say, okay, if you don't want to travel in luxury, then we can't help you. We help
Mm.
every client based on whatever it is that you like. But we do specialize in luxury travel because we are partnered with a lot of different resorts and brands that fit the description of luxury travel. But if you wanted to do something different from that, we don't say no to that. We welcome any travel plans and goals that you may have. You may want to do travel and just more economic in one way, and then another time more luxury. That's fine. So we customize things based on the client's preference, but we do give clients the ability to tell us what they want, and what based on that we put together packages and experiences on that level for them. So it's very, customizable, and we are all for the clients. So
Yes, you
that's
One
our
are.
of the
goal.
things that I've noticed since Fab started traveling with you years ago is that you actually create community.
Yes, I do. We
Yeah.
do.
Yeah, you
And
do.
it's like you because I think a lot of times as women of color specifically, um, is that you're going to places where people might not be accustomed to seeing people who look like you, and it might be like that you see these stories about people who travel by themselves, and it's like, wow, that's so brave. They went to Bali alone, or they went here, they went there, and everybody doesn't have that, you know that gusto. Everybody is not built that
Oh,
way, especially in these days where you never know what can happen. So you give people an opportunity to
have those experiences.
have those
Yeah,
experiences and also share
yeah.
them with people. And whether they grabbed a BFF or they met one while they were on vacation, like you allow like them to create memories in community. And I think that's beautiful.
Yes,
Yeah,
it's a
definitely.
blessing. It's a blessing. Oh,
Thank you.
yeah,
Yes.
right.
Thank
Yes.
you so much. I've
I'm
had so
getting our
many
wardrobe
people.
together.
Yes, get the wardrobe together, get everything, get those outfits out, do everything that you
You
need to do to get
also
that trip
have
going.
events while you're
And
there, not like you're curating a whole vacation,
exactly.
but
Yeah,
also
so
have like you also bring the party. Like, what
and
is
we bring the
this?
party. So
Yes.
in addition to KD Global specializing in luxury travel and travel as a whole, we do also have an event planning side of our business. So with that being said, if someone wants to say, okay, we're going away as a group, but I also want to celebrate
Mhm.
any particular occasion, we put that together from A to Z as well. So we're a
Wow.
one-stop shop.
One
So
stop.
we bring
And
the party on, and I have vendors that travel with me as well. So
oh,
if you want to have your DJ
yes.
or you want to have your
You
florist,
got a
whatever
big
is
birthday
needed,
coming up.
yes, I have a big milestone birthday coming up. I'm looking forward to bringing that to Europe. So
Yes. Oh, I can't wait.
we let everyone know, it doesn't take, us to be in a particular familiar place in order to get what we want get done. So we get it done
Make it
wherever we go in
happen.
the world. Doesn't
You
matter.
make it happen. You make it happen. And you also have an event coming up, don't you?
I do. We have a
Wait,
networking event.
multifaceted. Okay.
Yes.
Yes. So we do have a networking event that is coming up next week, Saturday, actually. And the goal for that is for us to get together as people of color to network and talk about the different things that we're all bringing to the forefront. So there's a lot of different attendees that are also entrepreneurs. They are small business owners. And it would be a great thing so that everyone can get together and network and talk about all of the different assets that they have and all of the different things that they're into. So we'll be able to network and look at other products and services that other people like ourselves are putting out there in the world. So it would be a good way that, we can kind of learn about other things that we may not know. I've come across so much people just putting this networking event, I'm hosting it out there, and in collaboration with two other of my business partners that are doing things on their own. We decided to put together this event so that we are able to network. And just by doing so, we have sold out. It's been a good,
Yes.
That's
yeah,
Yes.
we
sorry.
sold out. It's been a
Yes.
good
Sold
accomplishment.
out.
And
When you show
yeah,
up for people,
Yeah.
like you said, you created an opportunity for people to come together and to build as business people during a time where so many people's businesses closed in the last year.
Yeah.
So many people
yeah,
decided corporate wasn't for them and they started new businesses this year. And you're out here cultivating events, trips, and business relationships for
Yeah.
people of color in a
Networking.
time where it's important to highlight us.
Mm-hmm.
yes,
And
So
have
that's
very
community.
thank you.
Have
important.
community.
You're very
Mm-hmm.
welcome, and thank you. I'm so
Yes.
honored to be on this show. I'm really pleased to be here and
Yes.
to talk about the ways and things that we can do to all work with one another and to
Yeah.
cultivate one another, work together in partnerships and from different work levels, different experiences, different ways of doing that. So It's a blessing to have done this. It's a blessing to have support and also a group of people that believe in you, to know that we're putting together an event, and everyone has showed out. So this is really good, and we're looking forward to it. So this is really a good thing.
Congratulations.
So I do appreciate it. You're very welcome,
And it's
and
going to be
looking
wonderful. We
forward
all
to it.
know
Yes,
this. Your things are on point, and I will be there. So I
absolutely,
will
Fab. I'm looking
be there.
forward to seeing you, Fab.
Yes,
Yes,
seeing you. But thank you so much for joining us, Dee.
Oh, yes.
So
you
much.
are very
Um,
welcome.
and again, I'll be seeing you soon. And
Yes,
our viewers now know more about KD Global, right?
correct.
They know
Yes.
more. We're gonna have all of your information down below. So you're gonna be getting hit up. That's all I'm saying.
Listen,
You're
because
gonna be
we're
getting
going
Okay. Well,
somewhere.
thank you.
you're gonna be getting
Yes.
more.
We are
Yes.
going
We're going
somewhere because I'm
The
somewhere.
like,
world is opening. The world is
The world
opening.
is opening. It
Yeah,
sure is. And we're going somewhere. Even if we want to keep it local, we can do that as
yeah,
well. Travel
yes.
anywhere, international, domestic, and we also do event planning. So anything you need to plan, we're also here to provide that level of service as well. So we're
and
Okay.
if
looking
you're trying
forward
to
to
build your
hearing.
network, your business, you might
Yeah.
want to book a trip because you never know who you're going to be sitting next to.
You never know.
Absolutely.
You never
Yes.
know.
Beautiful. I love it. Thank you
Okay. Well,
so
thank you
much.
so
I
much,
love it
my
too.
dear.
And you're very welcome. Thank you so much for having me
Have
All
a
on
right.
this
wonderful,
day.
wonderful day. Thank you
Yes.
again for
You
your
do the
time.
same. Thank you.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
I never know what's going on. I mean, hello.
Listen. Look, here's the thing. I thought I knew she was doing big things.
Oh, she's doing big things. Dee is doing very big things. And I'm so happy for her because, like I said, I met her through traveling. The funny thing, and I'll tell a little snippet story. I met her. We went to, it was a Miami trip, a girls' trip. So I went with one of my besties, and then it was a group of other people together. And that was the first time I met her. And it was like, this girl's dope. When you know somebody, they're dope. And then we were invited to her wedding renewal in Jamaica. And we were like, okay, we'll go. It's all good. And so many people came and she organized it. And that was the first time I really saw, like, she was like, okay, this, you're rooming with this, you're doing this. And I was like, thank you. Because it could be and we were talking about travel, it could be very overwhelming of not knowing what to do, especially if you're not used to it.
And you talk yourself right out of needing to be on vacation somewhere.
You do. And I've done that. I've had a situation with my mother, and we did that. We'll talk about that another time. And because she's not used to going and experiencing and being able to and feel that you can do it. Like if it's for the others and not for us. Hello, no.
I was born overseas, so
you have a different mentality when it comes to that.
Well, because I never knew different.
I'm sorry, you still talk. My phone is going off.
Oh, that is hilarious. Like, what a lovely living room you have.
But the funniest thing
is that you're going to magically appear back into space. That was crazy.
And yeah, so feeling that we can't do it. And like I said, you have a different mentality because you grew up overseas, you grew up traveling, going back and forth. You're an army brat, I'm from the Bronx. The first time I went away, and not saying from the Bronx is it was just different for me. My mother didn't.
Well, I mean, you live in the city that never sleeps, where everybody is trying to get to.
Exactly, but in my household, my mom and my aunt started going to Bahamas. We had family out there when I was in high school. That's the first time I saw my mother pack a bag and go someplace. And I was like, wow.
Where are we
I never
going?
even went to the South to see my family until I was 18. And I did that on a Greyhound bus.
It's not quite KD Global.
No, it's not KD Global at all. But I did it because in my mind, I was like, I know it's more out there. So that was my first. It was South Carolina. Then I went to Florida on a Greyhound bus.
You went to Florida from New York on a Greyhound bus? Girl, I used to.
Friends, I talked, I had my backpack. I was 18.
Oh, okay. I was like,
Okay.
I
It
feel
was
like
I will never do that. I will never
yeah.
do that. To come see you, at least I'm going on an Amtrak, boo. I have to have business class. Okay.
She said, the way
Yeah.
I was cramped and
But
uncomfortable.
but then when I started, I went to Paris. This was later on. I think that's when I met you, when I went to Paris. And I think that's the first time I got my passport. And that was in 2000.
For real?
Yeah, passport. I didn't have, because back we didn't have to travel with passports anyway. And then after 9/11 and all
Yeah,
that.
I got a passport where I'm literally a baby.
No, I got my passport in 2008, right?
You went December.
That's December.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but yeah, you know the date.
I'm sorry.
2 years. I know.
I was hyped. I was like, "You going to Paris for the holidays?"
D and Katie Global is doing wonderful things. So that's why I met her. And like I said, and from there, I've gone Panama.
I was about to say, for somebody who's out here talking about they didn't hit the streets on Greyhound until they were 18, and in the in-between time, you've gone everywhere.
Yes.
Period.
Jamaica. I went, okay. My family is from St. Kitts, my mother's side. And I'm like, they're like, oh, we have family, but everyone's going, whatever. I'm like, no, we have to find our roots. Boo, 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 boo. So KB Global helped me. It was a music festival happening.
Yes, I was trying to remember what it was.
It was a music festival and Buju Banton was there. So, and it happened to be St. Kitts. And I was like, beautiful hotel, gorgeous.
Yeah, I've never heard you. You always come back refreshed. And sometimes people go on vacation and they come back and they still be up here a little bit. Yeah. And you always come back like,
it was like, no,
it was appropriate for my expectations.
So and then I found a cousin out there. So it was just meant, everything was meant, along with having, and she got us someone to taxi us around, to go back and forth to the festival, because you just can't walk there. Everything is like all over the place. It was, and she got it all together. So, and along with, like I said, so now I'm a travel bunny, and I follow a lot of online Instagram people. It was a group of them. It was a lot of them. It's more than I probably even know, but I know I jotted down some names, and I was like, I follow these people, because it was in a blog.
You see my alkaline vodka is back.
I got where'd my coffee go? It went. You saw that, right? That was weird. A travel blog from Travel Noir, and it says, it was an article in 2019. African Americans contributed more than 63 billion on travel and tourism economy in 2018.
You said 63 billion?
And that's 2018.
Well, girl, in 2020, they contributed $3.17.
Well, we don't know. We don't count 2020, but we're getting up there now. We don't count 20. The world was at a standstill. We know this. And a part of it, I think we needed a little bit of it to be on a standstill.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, all the deaths and all the losses, but that's another story. But
that's another show.
Episode. But yeah, so we think about that. And then, like I said, Katie Global, that's my number one. I also, and this isn't Black owned, Ace World Travel, my boy Aurelio, he's been having his company and he's been doing wonderful things. And he goes globally and he does weddings and he does honeymoons. And so we'll put
he did weddings too.
He does the whole gamut also. Travel Noir Alliance, Travel Noir, these are IG. And if you go on their pages, you see, so many things. Black Travel Feed, Travel and Leisure, Black Travel Gram, Black Travel Journey. I'm just like,
and you know what's funny?
It was a Black Girlfriends one. It was a Black Girls Trip one. And I'm just like,
because you know what? Katie Global was the bomb.
So 5 Brunch Breakers, and you know what? Get that suitcase.
Listen,
get that passport.
I told you, I didn't even I put some moisturizer on, like we gonna lay by the beach and put my little sundress on.
My vacay pony.
Listen, so we can go out and you can pretend to be a different name.
Exactly. Shoulders showing.
Yes. Give a little shoulder and take it right back.
And it could be, you know what? And if you're afraid to travel, because I get it, like I said on here, I didn't get out until I was 18, 19. Go small places. There's nothing wrong with Myrtle Beach. There's nothing wrong with Virginia Beach. There's nothing wrong with Florida, with Georgia. There's nothing wrong. LA.
Because you could live your whole life and never visit the 50 U.S. states and territories.
Exactly. Do the little ones. Do the little ones.
So start small.
And then when you start, you're gonna get that itch. And get a good advisor. We have, like I said, Katie Global. That's my number one. But we'll put some more down there. Whoever you're comfortable with.
Some IG handles to follow if you're trying to see what places look like before you go, and even to do some research. Yeah.
We're there. Do research.
Hey, you girl.
Yeah. Do research.
Oh my God. See, Katie Global was
best life.
Phenomenal. I love what she's doing. I love that she's empowering people and, you know, asking people to be brave and go out and see the world. Because the more of the world you see, the easier it gets to see what change can look like.
Yes. Yeah. All I can say is, yeah. Pretty much, yeah. You got it. So thank you, Brunch Breakers. Have a wonderful, wonderful day.
You Brunch Breakers. Yes. Yeah. Hopefully y'all will be live somewhere tropical.
Yes.
You know, all this sunshiny goodness, you know, just living and loving life, because life is too short.
Too short.
Too short.
Thinking about doing something?
Oh, I want to go all the places. You already know I want to go all the places.
I do too. So, okay, bye guys. Have a good one.
Well, and also it's helpful that we already said bye. So all that little section that we just did would probably not make it into the episode. But bye, Brunch Breakers.